Okay, this is definitely going to be my last video because I don't think I'm going to be allowed to make anymore after I tell you these things. Um, the world as we know it is definitely not as it is. The hollow earth theory is real. You are on the outside. You are spinning in a centrifugal force that's holding you down to the earth. If you need help understanding this, the best way to do it is go get on a ship and get seasick. Because that's the way it functions. So you've been used to spinning like this your whole freaking life, and all of a sudden you step onto this water on a boat and the spinning doesn't work as well. That's why people get seasick. That's almost proof that this works, because if you're on the outside and it's spinning, it's not going to work like that, and nothing's going to be held into place unless you have another system set up to keep that stuff in there. You go find me a freaking ball that can spin, that can hold stuff on it through its own force, unless it's inside of it. That's the point. So, with that being said, you are on the inside of this hollow earth, and this hollow earth is the result of a cold fusion reaction. It's freaking ingenious. All the planets do exist inside of it. I think there are 8, not 9. Pluto is definitely not a planet. There are 8 planets. Actually, no. You know what? I think there's only 7 or 8. I don't know if all of the stuff we got is true, so I haven't figured that part out yet. But anyway, it does function like this. There's the iron nickel core. This is the Earth. There is sun here, and a moon here in triangular formation, and their orbits are on these parabolas, like Menelaus is drawn. This is how it functions. So these guys heat up the saltwater solution, releasing the D2O into space. The D2O then gets converted into energy, to helium energy. And that's that green shit that you see shooting in, basically out. It looks like it's going in, but it's actually coming out of the poles. So they come out of the poles in that vortex spin. You're seeing it. It's real, man. It's got to be coming from somewhere. That stuff is not the result of Earth's magnetic field. It's the result of a low energy nuclear reaction, aka cold fusion. So this is the cold fusion model, and why this is important is it's not complete. The planets have a very important role in this cold fusion process that I haven't completely figured out. I don't have enough time. And why I'm telling you this is because this is the basis for the Ark of the Covenant. Oh yes. This is what's in the Ark of the Covenant. And this is what the Zionist Jews have had their hands on for a long time. And you are in hell. You're living in quote-unquote hell that's in the Bible. That's the beauty behind it. You don't know you're in hell. That's why this place sucks. That's why everyone's competing. That's why a lot of you don't feel like you fit in. And you want to be nice, but everyone's so evil you can't be nice. Well, you're in hell. And it's your test. It's to help you grow, to understand how to be compassionate for your fellow man. That being said, let me give you some history on it real quick. Cain is the first step. Cain said in the Bible, this is when God cast him out of heaven for killing him. He was in heaven when he killed his brother Abel. He was not on the inner earth. He's not on earth, we are in here, and this is proof of this. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth. He drove him out from the face of the earth. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. In the earth. Proof right there. And then with that being said, here we go to Abraham. The Abrahamic religions, aka the Devil's Handbook. All these Abrahamic religions are meant to confuse you for a reason. The Quran is one of the best and most purest forms of it. The Bible sucks, especially the Old Testament. When it starts getting to Jesus Christ, the New Testament is much better. It's still misguided, but the Bible, the Old Testament, sucks, and that's why Jews follow it. Not the good Jews. There are differences. There's Zionist Jews and then there's regular Jews. The Zionist Jews are the ones who strictly adhere to the Old Testament. They practice Kabbalah. They practice black magic for a reason. So, with that being said, how it happened was Moses. Abraham was the devil. Moses was one of his sons. Moses was partially a devil as well. Was the devil as well. He was part of it. And before you stop listening out of anger, let me clear that up. Abraham went to the Sodomites, and remember what he did? He went to the city, killed half of them, took his son back, came out of the city with a bunch of them, and the king of Sodom pursued him. This is all in the Bible, you can read it. The king of Sodom pursued him and said, Abraham, please give me back my people. You can have all my treasures, just give me my people back. To which Abraham responded, no, I'm not going to give you your people back, but I am going to devour them, because I don't want everyone to know that you were the one who made me rich. That's not the sacrifice, blood sacrifice that the Jews do. That's not what God wants. You're not supposed to be doing blood sacrifice in any manner. That's the point of it. It's in your face and you're just refusing to listen. You're like, oh yeah, we should cut goats' heads off. And no, you shouldn't. So, with that being said, they have the Ark of the Covenant. Moses floated down a river, not in a pretty reed basket like it's displayed. He floated down a river, and it says it in the Bible, covered in pitch and tar. In a papyrus basket covered in pitch and tar. Pitch and tar is what? Pitch is pretty much oil. Tar is, that black gooey shit that makes up tar. If you don't know what tar is, go read a book. So, this is why the Jews are so fond of oil. Have you noticed our whole world functions on oil? Well, this little baby Satan is floating down the river in a basket covered in it. And they took him in out of the kindness of their hearts. What does he do? Turns around, steals the Ark of the Covenant, the control mechanism for this, the universe, not the universe, but our own galaxy. And he steals the fire of creation from the gods. Then he takes it out to the desert, splits the ocean, lets them get all flooded, and goes with it. And he's hidden it for years. It's been in Zionist Jews' hands for years. And now we get to the big plan. This is what's going to happen in your world. This world's ending. And it's not because of anything they did. It's because of what you did. You let them corrupt you through fear. You've let them manipulate you. It's your fault. It's our fault. Through fear and manipulation, they've given this beautiful world, they've driven it to chaos. That's how it operates. The Ark operates off either fear or love. You give it love, the world turns beautiful. You function off fear, it gets ugly like it is. And none of you are very loving as you're supposed to be. You're very jealous, you're very envious, you're very materialistic, and you need to let these things go in order to stop this. What's happening is through this, they've already started. It started with the BP oil spill. That was integral to this thing to actually work. It's a man-made end-world scenario. This is not a creation of God. God does not do things like this. God would like to intervene, but you have to learn. You have to suffer before you can be in front of God. If you don't suffer, you never learn anything. That's why you got rich kids who are spoiled. So, with that being said, they're starting it now. It's already starting. They're starting to freeze up the northern parts and the southern parts. If you noticed in Europe, it's everything's getting colder. That is the tightening of this magnetic field. And through the tightening of the magnetic field, it's going to get colder because it's blocking more of this heat energy. This reaction is stopping. That's what's going to drive the heat away. They're going to stop the reaction. And these suns are going to focus on the central part near the equator. They're going to both be split up, probably one here on each side, focused on the equator while the reaction is stopped. And that's going to be the safe spot. But even that won't be safe for long, because once it all freezes over, they're going to turn this reaction back on, and it's going to melt the rest of the ice caps, flooding the world. Fire and water will purify everything. And where are these gentlemen going to be? Well, they're going to be hiding in their caves like they do every time this happens. This is the last time. It's supposed to be the last time if you just wake up. That's why I'm here. So when where they're hiding is Denver's one place. That's why that airport is so special. And if you look at the Ancient Aliens documentaries, specifically the one on underground cities, the rest of it's almost all bullshit. The underground cities have been built before for this particular purpose. It shows you there is no way out unless you let it yourself out. Okay, they seal the door off from the inside for a reason, and it's a death trap. If you were to know where they were, you could just pump smoke or fire down there. Well, they don't have to worry about that because no one's going to do that, because everyone's going to be dead. That's the point of having these caves, so they can hide like cowards. I'm not hiding like a coward. I'm going to be here with you guys until the end, and I already know what I'm supposed to do. I already know what's going to happen when the end comes. I can't tell you it because it's kind of cheating, but I need you to believe in me, not just me. Believe in yourself. And do the research for yourself. It's all out there. Start with the Hellenistic period. Look at Mark Rodin's work. Study numerology, and you'll be able to figure the same things out I did. I'm no different from you. I'm just as smart as you, and you're just as intelligent as me. Most of you a lot more intelligent than me because you have an understanding of some of the science, even though 90% of it's bad. But you have a better understanding, so you'll be able to figure this out. I need a combination of your help. And through love and compassion, we can stop it. So when all this bad shit starts happening, you need to not be fearful. You need to pray, you need to love your family and really mean it. And not even just pray, just focus on love. Don't focus on anything else. Don't focus on fear. Fear is what drives. That's why they don't like weed. It makes you forget things. There's no fear in the environment for them to feed on. So keep smoking if you do. Before you say I'm a pothead, I don't smoke right now. I've stopped for that reason, so I can be clear-headed. But again, the smoke doesn't affect me the same way it does you. And I'm going to leave with that. Good night.